to Madame A. That's how Madame A signs this confession. Brother Matthew is here, and today's show being produced by Sister Lizzie Katie Susie, who's also, yesterday, I thought you were quite soft.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. So maybe you could just toughen up a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try my best.
Fine.
Simon and the Blessed Brethren, says Madame A. My confession takes place in a very hot country. Back when my children were young and my husband and I were living the expat life as teachers in the aforementioned very hot country. As you can imagine, we became somewhat popular as a holiday destination for our friends back in Blighty, especially during the cold winter months. I mean, we could offer heat, beaches, and most importantly, free accommodation. Who wouldn't wanted to visit us? The answer is everybody wanted to visit us. It was during one such visit by a blue-skinned and winter-depressed friend that we decided to splurge and visit one of the posh beachside hotels to celebrate her birthday. As teachers, we were way off being ever to afford to stay at such a swanky establishment. But we figured lunch and a drink wouldn't break the bank too much, especially as it was a celebration. Anyway, the lunch proved to be a total disaster. Think lunch at Fawlty Towers and then some. Everything was wrong. We were seated in one restaurant only to be moved because a more affluent guest wanted that table.
What?
We were then seated in another restaurant serving a meat buffet before I reminded them that my friend was vegetarian. We had asked for a cake for my friend, but they lost it. How could you do that? Anyway, it's a good Foodie Thursday confession. Anyway, we ended up giving up and going home. Well, after such a disastrous birthday lunch for my friend, I penned an email to the manager of said swanky hotel a few days later. I expressed my dissatisfaction how my friend's birthday had been utterly ruined by the experience. I did ham it up just a little. So imagine my surprise a month or so later to receive an email back from the manager of said swanky hotel, offering me his sincerest apologies and offering me and my entire family a weekend for free.
Ooh.
Staying at the hotel. We were absolutely delighted and accepted with glee. We were even more excited when we got to the hotel for our free weekend to find we had been given a suite, free babysitter for a night, and also free meals in the restaurant. So this is sounding pretty good, don't you think? We certainly made the most of our weekend. The kids spent the day in the pool. We even invested in a giant inflatable crocodile for them. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Anyway, plenty of room in the suite to store it, you see. Things were not perfect, however. Otherwise, it wouldn't be much of a confession. On the last night of our stay, we were all woken up in the middle of the night by banging from the penthouse suite above. The banging was so loud, it sounded like there was someone drumming in our suite. And it went on for ages. Imagine the sound of a dozen bongo drums in your actual bedroom. Well, this was too much. I think maybe she'd got a little bit of an attitude here now. I'm in a penthouse, I don't have to put up with this.
Yeah.
In the end, we resorted to calling the hotel's security, who went up and had stern words with the guest, told him to stop drumming. Thankfully, whoever it was stopped drumming, and we all eventually went back to sleep. It was only in the morning at breakfast that we realised what the noise was. What do you think it might be, by the way?
Right, I was going to say, do they have a, nightclub up there or something like that?
Well, standing next to us... No. Standing next to us at the breakfast buffet was 80s reggae star Maxi Priest.
Oh, Maxi Priest!
Max Elliott, known as Maxi Priest, out of Lewisham, one of only two British reggae artists to have an American #1, Close to You. And he was very close to me. Anyway, it turned out he was due to perform on the hotel's beach that night with his band. It seemed that we had interrupted, or rather stopped altogether, his rehearsal in the penthouse suite the night before. He didn't look happy. So, of course, I do need to seek forgiveness from Mr. Priest and his band, believe it or not, his 12 bongo players, for stopping their practice sessions, especially as we mere teachers should never have been actually in the suite anyway. If he and they felt in any way under-rehearsed for their performance, it is entirely my fault. Most of all, I seek forgiveness from my friend, who until now never knew that we wangled a fancy weekend at the swanky hotel that messed up her birthday. I suppose my penance was the bongo drum alarm calls. Says Madam A, well, I mean, I think your friend will probably be quite forgiving because, I don't know, maybe they won't. But I can see what you're saying, and I think she feels bad about being rude to a superstar. Maxi Priest, did you know one of the only 2 UK reggae artists to have a number 1 in America?
Yeah, I had heard that somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sister Lizzie, Katie, Susie, what do you say to Madame A?
I say that's completely unforgivable. I'm afraid you're given a free inflatable crocodile, was it?
Yes.
What more could you want? A bit of noise, a bit of drums. That's just like one of those apps that can help you go to sleep at night, surely.
What do you think so? Well, you get an app to play
drums now.
Full volume. Okay, so it's not looking good so far. Let's check in with
I remember
brother
staying in a
from
hotel once and there was massive banging coming from upstairs, and when I found out the next morning when I went to the hotel reception, they told me, oh yes, that'll be the treadmills upstairs. Turns out the gym was above my bedroom. So I can absolutely empathise here with having Maxi Priest and the fleet of bongo drums above it, and it's not on. It's not on. Should have been practising down on the beach, shouldn't he, Maxi?
You think?
And the priest. So I am going to forgive.
Maxi and the Priest?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So it's kind of 1-1 in the studio.